Chosen one, someone has stolen your divine destiny, but I got them in heaven. Stop scrolling. That is the truth I am delivering to your spirit right now. This is not a metaphor. This is not poetry. This is the verdict from the highest court. The lack, the delay, the closed doors, the chronic frustration you have felt, it was not God's will. It was the calculated work of a spiritual thief who tried to conceal your true inheritance. They thought their crime was perfect, buried deep in the earth, concealed by lies. But heaven sees everything. And now, the arrest has been made in the spirit realm. For too long, you have been walking beneath the weight of a stolen blessing. Your life was supposed to be running on a blueprint of favor, joy, and abundance, but instead, you've been running on an enemy's faulty program. You felt the gap between who you are and who you were supposed to be. They didn't just steal money or time, they stole your momentum, your peace, and your access. This moment is the hinge point. Everything they tried to suppress is now being released, and the evidence of their transgression is being placed directly into your hands. The season of hiding is over. But here is where their confidence evaporates, and your destiny is confirmed. The very thing they used to steal your future, the lie, the gossip, the betrayal, the contract signed in the dark, is the very thing heaven has used to build the case against them. Every word they spoke, every calculated move they made, has been recorded in the divine archives. I have the receipts. And the central piece of evidence that locks this case is being revealed to you right now. They betrayed you because they were terrified of the destiny they knew you carried. The most painful, yet ultimately liberating, truth you must face is this: the theft was a direct complement to your potential. They did not steal from you because you were weak. They stole from you because they saw the future you were destined for, a future that dwarfed their own. They saw the prosperity. They saw the authority. They saw the influence. And they chose to abort it out of envy. They attempted a spiritual line item veto on your destiny. They believed if they could keep you down, they could keep themselves safe. That theft was never about your failure. It was entirely about their fear. They stole your destiny out of self-preservation. But here is the spiritual law they foolishly forgot. When a destiny is divinely appointed, it cannot be permanently withheld. It can only be delayed until the appointed vessel, you, is ready to reclaim it with the full authority of the judge. The thief has been apprehended in the spirit, and the stolen item, your original, untainted destiny, is being released back to you with multiplication and interest. And this next part explains exactly where your destiny has been hidden and how you will now reclaim it. The divine court is not just returning what was stolen, it is initiating a full restoration across 3 critical pillars of your life. This is your strategy for immediate reclamation. Pillar I, the restoration of the covenant identity. They tried to define you by their lies. They tried to make you believe the diminished version of yourself. But your destiny was hidden in your covenant identity. The theft, they stripped you of your title, replacing your identity as heir with victim. They tried to remove the divine crest from your spiritual uniform. The reclamation, you must now actively and aggressively reject the false identity they imposed. This requires declaring your original, pre-stolen, covenant name. God did not create you to be broken. Your true name is vindicated, your status is chosen, and your function is kingdom builder. This pillar requires you to act as if the destiny is already restored, because in heaven, the sentence is already passed. Faith is the legal document of this reclamation. Pillar 2, the reopening of the prophetic door. The thief sealed the doors that were meant to lead you to your destiny, causing chronic cycles of delay and frustration. The physical locks they used were fueled by spiritual fear. The theft, they created spiritual roadblocks and detours to wear you out and convince you to give up. They didn't need to defeat you, they only needed to exhaust you. The reclamation, the key to this door is prophetic obedience. Your destiny is locked behind the next single step God has already given you, but you have been too tired or distracted to take. The door will not open to doubt, it only opens to movement. When you take that first obedient step, in your business, your prayer life, your relationships, you align your will with heaven's verdict, and the roadblock vanishes instantly. The door they sealed is opening right now, but only to your forward motion. Pillar 3. The compensation for the stolen time. The greatest theft was the theft of time, the years you spent fighting unnecessary battles, the energy wasted in defense. This lost time is being fully compensated. The theft, they forced you into the wilderness, delaying your arrival into your promised land season. They robbed you of the joy and peace those years should have contained. The reclamation, this compensation is executed through divine acceleration. God is collapsing timelines and compacting years of progress into weeks and months. Where it should have taken 5 years to achieve financial freedom, He will do it in 2. Where it should have taken 2 years to heal a relationship, He will do it in 6 months. This acceleration is a sign of the completed reclamation. It is not something you earn, it is the legal interest on the delay you endured. This divine intervention is not an isolated event, it is the climax of an ongoing spiritual war over your identity. We must understand the profound, irreversible consequences of the arrest in the spirit. The spiritual thief, which often manifests as a person or a pattern of generational curses activated by a person, operates under a single principle, the law of contamination. They knew they couldn't destroy your destiny, so they sought to contaminate your vessel, your mind, and your reputation, hoping you would discard the destiny yourself. The slander, the gossip, the manipulation, these were all forms of spiritual contamination designed to make you appear unfit or unclean for the blessing that was waiting. But the divine judge, the El Gibber, the mighty God, does not operate under the law of contamination, He operates under the law of redemption. He is washing the vessel, cleansing the identity, and using the very dirt thrown at you as fertilizer for your next season. The trial was the cleansing process, the judgment is the vindication. The evidence heaven has gathered is so thorough that the thief is now experiencing a profound state of spiritual panic. They are witnessing a reclamation in real time. They see the energy shift, the favor returning to you, and the very ground beneath their feet getting shaky. Their power was derived from the secrecy of their actions and your ignorance of your legal rights. Now that both are exposed, their authority over your life is nullified. The progress you missed is returning exponentially. The 5 years of missed opportunities are being condensed and amplified because the wisdom and character you gained in the wilderness have made you a safer, stronger steward of the coming wealth and influence. The delay built the internal structure necessary to hold the massive blessing being released. You were delayed for the sake of the magnitude of the blessing. Now, return to Pillar I, reclaiming the covenant identity. This is the psychological anchor of your restoration. You must stop carrying the scarlet letter of the betrayer. Every time you introduce yourself, or think of your past, you must erase the narrative that begins with your trauma. Your story begins with Genesis 1 verse 26, with your divine design, not with the day the thief struck. The enemy is defeated when you stop letting their actions occupy the central plot point of your life. The focus must shift entirely to the vindication and the compensation that is now your portion. This reclamation requires a shift in your spiritual vocabulary. Stop saying, "I'm trying to heal." Start declaring, "I am receiving my full restoration." Stop saying, "I hope things change." Start commanding, "The divine sentence is active, and my acceleration is undeniable." This is the language of an heir, not a beggar. The key to Pillar 2, reopening the prophetic door, often involves confronting the residual fear the thief left behind. They left behind a ghost lock, a spiritual illusion that the door is still closed, even after the sentence has been passed. This ghost lock dissolves only when you physically and spiritually act on the word God gave you before the theft. Go back and perform the last specific instruction you ignored. That act of simple obedience is the master key to the prophetic door. The final act of reclamation is acknowledging the divine judgment upon the thief. This is not about celebrating their downfall, but acknowledging that the law is just. You must fully surrender the desire for personal vengeance. Your revenge is to live an unbelievably blessed life. Your prosperity is their regret. Your peace is their consequence. Your joy is the final, unassailable verdict. The greatest insult you can give the enemy is to be radically, abundantly, and undeniably blessed. If that truth, that your greatest pain was the fuel for your greatest acceleration, hit you hard good, it means your spirit is recognizing the sound of your freedom. Here is the truth you must now accept: the thief is currently powerless. They are watching the inevitable. The time for hiding is over, not just for them, but for you. You must stop waiting for a feeling of readiness. The feeling of readiness is the breakthrough itself. To fully execute this reclamation and maximize the divine acceleration, you must adopt the mindset of a vindicated heir. The practical action is the 3-day vow of covenant focus. Stop mentioning the thief. For the next 72 hours, do not speak, think, or dwell on the betrayer, their actions, or their current state. This cuts the invisible emotional cord that keeps them tied to your energy. Declare the title deed. Write down 3 specific areas where you need acceleration, e.g., career, healing, finance. Right next to each one. Reclaimed with interest by divine sentence. This is your declaration of the legal transfer. Perform the next step. Go back and perform the very next small, obedient step you have been delaying. This activates the key to the prophetic door, Pillar 2. Most people will let the power of this message dissipate. They will return to their wounds, keep the thief alive in their minds, and stay exactly where they are, forever trapped in the history of the theft. Don't be most people. You are the chosen one. Your destiny was stolen, but heaven intervened. The sentence has been passed. The thief has been apprehended. Your covenant identity is restored, your prophetic door is opening, and your divine acceleration is active right now. Go and claim the destiny that was always yours.